Hello, today we're going to present our discussion about Oppo testing. First of all, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Stephen,
My name is Nelson.
My name is Vincent.
and about today's agenda, we're going to talk about introduction of testing, quality assurance, testing objectives, error, defect, and failure, testing principles, and Oppo testing.
Introduction of testing. Testing is the process of analyzing and detecting objects which can be in the form of certain system, program, or process so that they match the desired criteria. Quality insurance. A related systematic process that is made to determine the quality of product that conform to the criteria or not.
So the next one is the testing objective. Testing objective is a prioritized object list that are used as measure for testing progress and verify that testing activity is consistent with project activities. Testing objective is defined into four categories. First one is functional correctness. It is about validation that the systems that are suitable or correctly for supporting required business processes and transactions. The second one is authorization. Authorization is verification that action and data are available only to required users with correct authorization. And the next one is service level. It is about the system that must have verification that will support the required services level of the business. And the last one is usability. It is about the system that must have been fulfilled the level of usability that are required. The next one is about error, defect, and failure. Here are the picture explaining about the position of error, defect, and failure. Error leads to defect and leads to failure. Error is a mistake that occurs because of human which appear on the logical mistake in a code including everyone else in the team that can make mistake during different phases of software development. And types of error is such as users interface error, error ending error, synthetic error, calculation error, and each other. And the next one is defect. Defect is a variance between expected and actual result that occur from an error which is found by tester during testing. Defect can affect any system to unusable or inefficient that are not compliant to the specified requirement and criteria. And here are the types of defect. First one is severity basis that define the degree of impact, such as trivial, minor, major, and critical. And the next one is probability basis that define the likelihood of detecting a defect, such as low, medium, and high. And the next one is priority basis that define a business perspective comparison based on prioritized defects that can be counted from its impact and likelihood, such as low, medium, and high. And the next one is failure. Failure is a consequence of a defect that occurs in web environment after passing the testing process. But a failure can be occurred because of other reasons besides of defect, such as human interaction, cracker that want to produce system failure, or because of handling of test data and test environment. Basically, it is about because of human error.
Okay, moving to the next slide. We have principles of testing. The first one is testing shows the presence of defect, not their absence. Testing is used only to discover any issues on the system that can be fixed before deployed to live environment. So this process does not confirm that the system is fully correct and devoid of issues, but it helps to greatly reduce the undiscovered defects that occur in the software. The next one is exhaustive testing is impossible. Testing can only be done to cover vast area that hold the most important function, but impossible to test everything for lacking of efficiency. The next one is early testing saves time and money. Testing can be more effective for early doing that can be started even before the coding is done. By doing testing early, it can save money and time. The next one is defects clustered together. Testing can be done on proportional area. Applying Pareto principles, this principle explains that 80% of failure can be caused by 20% of failure. So it is important to prioritize on testing main code or complicated code that have important rules on the system. Next one is beware of the pesticide paradox. Testing is getting less efficient if done in several times on can be called continuously on the same part. Therefore, we can do testing on system with varying method of testing that include techniques, methods, and how it is approached on the system. Next, testing is context dependent. Testing is based on the context that become the object. So the testing method is various to be used and can be different on different contexts. The last one is absence of errors is faulty. If the system are not fulfilling users' wishes or unusable, the testing itself are not suitable enough and the system must be changed or deleted. It does not matter that the system were going through testing and fixed many times as long as it does not fulfill the criteria that are wished. Okay, next about testing Oppo. First one is about the team. Oppo has their service team to test whether the product has an engine defect or any problems, and they will analyze what causes the problem in the cell phone product. Oppo has also a team whose job is to check the physical condition of the cell phone to see if anything is scratched or damaged before it is produced and filled by the machine. In production, Oppo has a team whose job is to check the flow so that it can test whether there is an electric current leak before it becomes a unit. The next one is about the process. In production, Oppo also has a binding system, which is useful for checking that all components in the cell phone are bound, so that when using the Oppo cell phone, it can run perfectly. Oppo is also testing sensors such as the Oppo A95 to Reno, which already uses an NFC. Port testing is also carried out to check whether the ports provided are functionally properly or not, and to check whether the headset connectivity is smooth or not, and to check, LCD testing is also carried out to detect spots, error, and LCD light leaks. In fact, in installing screen guards, Oppo already uses a machine so that it can increase efficiency in the production process. Oppo also has a cell strength testing section. This process will drop the cell phone from a certain height and is useful to see the durability of the cell phone itself. This section not only checks the physical condition of the cell phone, but also checks other parts whether they are still functioning properly or not. Oppo also has a machine for testing dust resistance. The cell phone resistant to dust storm for 8 hours from the Oppo A77s, and it uses IP4X for water resistance. Not only the cell phone product, but the charger will also be tested whether the level of flexibility of the cable, the place where the cable is inserted in an accordance with the Oppo standards or not. So that's all from us today. Thank you.
Sudah.